Alright guys, what's going on? Man Cake here, and I'm playing my former team, the Trailblazers. A lot of you had been asking how I show off this play art, and just go into coach settings here, and you switch play vision to show all. That'll show the actual arrows and all that, and then I have play call messages shown just to show what plays I'm running, and I turn offensive play calling on to auto, so the computer will call plays for me. But let's get this game started against my former team. I think I've got a tip slam, but no I don't, apparently. That was a terrible miss. Would have been a sweet first bucket of the game, but you know, here we are playing my former team, and as you can tell, I get a nice block there on Aldridge, but I do have another center who's a rookie, and Aldridge showing off some range early. You don't see that too often from him, and you know, looks like they have a good team so far, and you know, Dwayne Wade gets us on the board with a nice easy layup by his standards, and little pick and roll here with Chalmers, and works out pretty well because I get a wide open mid-range jumper. They're just a little bit late to collapse on that, and I get a nice silky shot off there, and you know, they try and force the ball to Aldridge there, and that leads to an easy turnover. And once again, Dwayne Wade, you see this every video, just a double clutch, vicious dunk. Looks like there was a foul, but there was no call, so you know, whatever. We've got a lead here early on, and you know, not sure what Jason Terry's doing. I got the pretty quick and vicious block there, and I'm leading the break here. Who said big men can't pass? And there you go. Get a nice little jumper there to Rudy Gay, and I get the assist, so I'm happy with that. And a little more defense tipping that pass. And we got another opportunity here on the break, and Rudy Gay once again being the benefactor. We've got a nice little lead, and you know, I'm a little bit worried here with Brandon Roy in the post. I've seen what he could do last year, and unfortunately I forget about my man there in LaMarcus Aldridge. And he hits a jumper of his own, and in the post, I get schooled with a sick up and under. You know, he's just having a great start to this game, and you know, I really shouldn't be surprised, but I get my own little fancy rebound there, and you know, got to show off that floating dunk. That happens every so often, and you know, another big block, such a big block, in fact, that I fall down. But you know, I got to hustle back and get in on offense here, and you know, play my role. And in this offensive play, I see Rudy Gay cutting and kind of force the pass, but he hits the tough shot, and you know, we'll take that. We've got a 16-9 lead, and you know, I still haven't got that tip slam, so why not? That's why, because I can't apparently get a tip slam this game, and you know, maybe we'll get one at some point. But once again, I bite on the penetration there from the guard, and Aldridge gets the easy jumper, and you know, just it looks like the exact same play. I'm just being way too aggressive, and you know, letting these Portland Trailblazers get right back into the game. But I got to go in the post here and do work. I'm a little upset. Not the prettiest of moves, but I get a nice little switch there with the post move, and this drafted center, I'll get in more into him later. Don't know what he was thinking there. Mini-Me gets the easy dunk on the break, and this lead is just going up and up and up. But LaMarcus Aldridge, like I said, just a man-child in this game and keeping his team in it, but we keep getting all these easy turnovers and fast break points, and this time it's Mr. Dwayne Wade hitting a nice little layup and one. At the substitution menu, check out this center for the other team. Yes, that is right. They drafted a man by the name of Cam Patrick. Apparently they missed Payne, I don't know, but we're in the second quarter here, and LaMarcus Aldridge has not stopped with this scoring. It's just insane. He's hitting every shot, scoring pretty much all the points for these Trailblazers. But another pick and roll here, and I get an easy open jumper. Just a great move there, and I love hitting those jumpers. But you know, I had to double team LaMarcus there in the post, but he finds the open man off the double team. He's just playing a superstar-esque kind of game, but I'm getting upset, and I call for the nice oop. It's worth another look. Chalmers finds me with a nice little underhand pass, and I throw it down with the left hand. And you know, I'm not going to go out without a fight here. This is a good game, and we're up big, but you know, Aldridge, my former Twin Towers, making me look bad, so I gotta show him up, and you know, things are looking pretty good now. But I don't know what I'm guarding here. This man is I think a small forward, but I'm forced to guard him at the 5 or the 4, whatever I'm playing at this position or at this point in the game. And you know, another chance for a tip slam, and I just miss, and it's getting a little bit pathetic at this point. I notice I'm being guarded by Lowry here, and I just try and shoot over him really quickly, but the double team comes even quicker, so I miss. But Jermaine O'Neal just cleaning up that glass. I think he just went to Boston, and I think that should be a good fit in real life, so it'll be interesting to watch that. But I show this play once a game probably, and it probably gets old. But I love playing with Dwayne Wade. He's just a stud and gets those steals and those easy dunks in transition all the time. And it's just becoming a one-man show here between me and Aldridge. We just keep going right at each other, and I get a nice post move here. There's a goaltending call, but it still counts. And, we really can't stop Aldridge at this point, but that's all right because none of his teammates have really shown up. And, once again, he hits a nice shot. But, until Brandon Roy starts hitting, they have really no chance in this game. And, I just keep going at it, too. This is a battle between the bigs, and nice little up and under shot there, just a swish. I love that spot on the floor to do it from. And, Jason Terry finally showing up. He had some big shots for us last year when I was on the Trailblazers. And, he's fun to watch, but our X Factor and Beasley's hitting shots too, and time running down here at the end of the second quarter, and you know what's coming. Dwayne Wade just attacking as hard as he can, gets the and one, and Jason Terry has a chance to answer right back with a three of his own, but he airballs, and I think we've got a 12-point lead going into halftime. Just a really fun game. I'm glad both teams have shown up so far, and LaMarcus Aldridge has been a treat to watch, really. And here's that drafted center. I see he's got 0 bars, and I back off, but he just drains a three in my face, and I am upset. You guys know by now how much I hate players taking and making threes that they have no business shooting, so I'm going to get him right back with an alley-oop of my own. What a great pass there. And I got to get in position for a rebound here. The shot clock is winding down, and I'm finally going to get a chance for that tip slam. And I don't miss, and I actually put it in. Been waiting for one all game, and Brandon Roy smartly avoids the shot there. And, I thought Aldridge was going to shoot this, but he finds Terry on the other side of the court, who hits a nice three. They're down 7. You really can't rule these Blazers out at any point because they have a lot of scoring ability. And finally, I'm playing some better defense, and that allows us to get right back in this game and continue to maintain this lead because the Trailblazers have been rallying, but Jason Terry hit one of those contested shots we saw all last year, and, shot clock winding down again. I got to box somebody out, and in this case it's Aldridge, who I box out, and I get the nice tip in. Doesn't look as cool as a tip slam, but I'll take it. It's still a bucket, and, I get triple teamed here, but I find Beasley, who hits a nice mid-range jumper. Just a great game, like I've said 100 times by now, but I'm loving it, and I miss playing for these Trailblazers. But, Brandon Roy, don't see that too often from him. He has not scored at this point in the game. That is ridiculous, and misses a shot in the post, but Dwayne Wade, posting up on the other end himself, shows Brandon Roy how it's done. And it really seems like we're about to pull away in this game, and certainly helps when your afro bails you out on a bad pass. And this is probably the worst shot I've ever taken out of the post, but I get the and one call. Nice of me to actually go and pick up Cam Patrick after I knocked him down, but that was not the prettiest of shots. But it looks like the game's all in our hand at this point, and Brandon Roy finally trying to get into this game, and he hits a tough floater. But he's really proven to be a non-factor at this point, and I show you once again how it's better to be lucky than good. Apparently Shempy wants to text me while I'm making a video, which is totally cool because I'm just going to keep rambling while I read this text. And yeah, he's apparently at work, and he wants a video now according to his text, and I'm really just wasting your time. I'm sorry, but we're pulling away at this point. I've said this a bunch of times, and too bad the Trailblazers couldn't keep it up. They got my boy Jerebko on their team now, and Brandon Roy a little bit too late at this point. He's finally starting to score, and we've got a 16-point lead, and Rudy Gay just shows him how it's done. Nice throwdown. We get the win against my former team. Pretty good stats. Some of you had recommended some of those challenges in the past, but most of them are ridiculous, like me hitting 10+ threes in a game with my 25 3-point rating. I might look into some of them, but they'll be a little bit down the road, I would say. But yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble, guys. Have a good one.